This is DMG, welcome to 70 System, and in this video we're going to be talking about meta-narrative. So thank you for joining me, and of course if you'd like to support these videos, check out patreon.com/70system. Now, meta-narrative. In the previous video we talked about narrative threads for each character, so you've got multiple narrative threads. Now the meta-narrative is the overarching story, or the main thread for which all other threads twirl around, intertwine. The key difference between a character's narrative thread and the meta-narrative is the meta-narrative happens to all the characters at the same time. So, and this is in a role-playing group. In other stories, obviously, characters can happen separately. They don't necessarily need to be in this, but for a role-playing game, your characters are pretty much going to be together all the time. So the meta-narrative happens to the group as if they were a single character. So with your meta-narrative, treat the group as a single character, and you apply the same methodology that we did through the whole narrative thread structure. You apply that to the entire group as a whole. So it really is that simple, but you want to stretch it out. So you don't want the meta-narrative and all the other narratives in one single session. The meta-narrative, you should rather hit certain narrative points in one session. So you have one or two narrative points that happen in a session, and then the next one's in the next session, and the next one's in the next session. And this is how you would stretch it out to a campaign-length story. Or you can have multiple meta-narratives that happen within the same campaign in an episodic fashion, and one follows the other. And they can even start they can cross over a little bit, so the one is starting towards the end of the previous one. So meta-narrative, very, very important. Treat the group as a single character, and you will find that everything starts to work out really, really well. So if you like this video, click the like button. You can check me out on Facebook and Twitter /70system. And of course, you can support me on patreon.com/70system and subscribe to this video series on youtube.com/70system. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video when we talk about, what are we talking about, Jeeves? Structuring scenes and transitions. That's going to be a good one.